Hello, welcome back to Minagoroshi Chapter 3. Last episode was pretty blessed. One, it was a 2-hour episode, which was really fun. But Higurashi Dodds, if you could give me a 45-minuter as a nice buffer, I would appreciate that. But no, the time didn't really affect my enjoyment. I was having a great time. But yeah, good stuff. Since it was so long, by the end of it, I was almost forgetting about the first part, which was pretty important about the Satoko disease stuff. Which means the idea that Iri and Tateno are committing experiments on the village is probably right, but it might not be a malicious thing, so just Rita's willingly going for it, or going along with it, But I mean, they could be tricking Rita. You never know. But yeah, something's up with that. We got some more motivation from Keiichi to deny fate, and she already got the push before, but she was hesitant. This was another push, so hopefully her resolution is a little more resolved this time, and she will be more willing to try to fight against her fate. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a good time. I'm doing good. Got some hot chocolate. Keep me up. I said this in 999. I know this is very first world problem-y, but one of the things about COVID is I don't really go out as much, so I don't go to coffee shops, so I can't get my hot drinks, the fancy coffee drinks, which I usually don't. Half the time I don't even know what I'm drinking, but yeah, I miss the hot chocolate, so it's good to have that back. Nestle Carnations. I don't know hot chocolate brands. I don't actually think I've ever bought instant hot chocolate besides getting it as a Christmas gift, so it's pretty good, but I am drinking it with milk instead of water, so I think any hot chocolate would taste good like that, so it's good stuff though. Also, just another cool thing, I was doing my bi-monthly analytics check. Well, not really, but I usually too lazy to check the analytics, but I didn't notice, first on a Takashi video, 1.1k, very good. We were happy when it hit 1k. Second video, the reaction to the question arc Higurashi openings at 700 and something, which is insane. That video only came out 2 months ago, so that's insane numbers for any video. I guess it's probably because it's a reaction video and people really did that, but that's cool. Bringing me the traffic, I appreciate it. Definitely will have to plan around doing some more of those eventually. But yeah, just wanted to do the slight flats. I was surprised. I didn't notice how fast it grew. It's literally the second highest, going past the 2 rents videos and everything else. So that's cool. Thanks for that. Any reoccurring people from that. And yeah, let's continue. Let's see what's up. Rita has some motivation. Let's push it a bit. But don't get too confident. What's happening here? It looked like we came out of Keiichi's house, but I don't know if we did.
確かにそんなことをどこかで聞いたような気もしたが、それってマジだったのか?
This world always has a lot of nice suggestions, but they're mostly out of politeness, right? They're just something you laugh off and reply with, that would be nice. But those ideas generally end as jokes, so it's crazy when they turn real. So this is definitely Keiichi thoughts, huh? Interesting. I didn't know if we were gonna switch POVs. I thought we were a one-man Rita wrecking crew, but we're getting some Keiichi action. It's good to see.
うんうん、
This is Mion who received the doll, so happy Mion. Papa Pirate. I respect the Papa Pirate gamers. Maybe we'll see Mion reach a new level now that she got the doll power boost. It's a whole new ball game. Watch out, Mastermind.
ここだけの話ですけど、私の近くにいた子たち、ケイチさんと同じ卓で盛り上がりたかったって悔しがってましたよ。
How do you even I'm still wondering how you even strategize in Pop-Up Pirate. I'm sure that by now there's probably been some patterns discovered or some places you poke that are more likely to trigger him, but still. I mean, I liked it though. They should make it a professional sports. The Pop-Up Pirate professional league. You know, I wasn't just playing around, I was giving it my all because I had no choice but to win. I guess we made it look like a lot of fun for the audience though. Whoa! Shion? Question mark? What you doing here? In your school outfit? Does she go here in this arc? Or is she just visiting? Have you ever seen this sprite? I feel like we might have, but it really doesn't ring any bells. It's looking good. Chia! It's Chia's debut. Come on, they have to do a side-by-side with Hanyu. With her. For a nice power comparison. Everyone loves Keiichi, as per usual. Keiichi haters leave the channel right now.
そうかな。
おじさんだって自分の仲間が可愛いからって推薦したわけじゃないよ。ケイちゃんならこの退任にきっと答えられるって思ったから推薦したわけさ。
What job? Oh, what job are we looking at?
同じ席にいましたですが、全然反対意見が出なかったので驚きだったのです。
Is he gonna have like a position to do something in the Watanagashi festival? Is this Rika's plan to change fate? That would be spicy.
前原くんは先生が思っているよりもずっと村中で評判なんですね。沖宮界隈でも有名です。先日のひなみ沢ファイターズと沖宮タイタンズの試合でのあの助っ人ぶりはもはや現地では伝説的ですからね。
I remember that. I remember the blessed CG with Satoko with her little thing in her mouth before she hit a home run. Or she didn't hit a home run, but good times.
あれはすごかったですものね。亀田さん目当ての記者の方々も度肝を抜かれてましたよ。
Kameda. I was forgetting his name for some reason. The true mastermind. They're talking about the Rid baseball match I set up with Kameda-kun. The public did end up believing that talented pitcher walked me out of fear for my insight. Kameda-kun and I have entered a strange relationship since then, but I'd rather not talk about it right now. Texting you sexy pictures of food. I can see that. Actually, I can't see that because Keiichi doesn't have a laptop or cell phone. Never mind. Just mailing Keiichi pictures of food. That'd be hilarious. Yo! So he's planning... Dude, that's one way to spice up the Watanadashi, dude. Keiichi's gonna be like, oh, I like this plan, Rita. That's what you gotta do. You gotta make big plays. Also, probably boosted by Mion because she got the doll. It's looking good, you know. If we're facing the opponent, you gotta scramble up your pieces. Don't do the same strategies. Disorient them. Show some chaos. Fight chaos with chaos. Watanashi is an annual village festival held in June. It's really weird that Keiichi is doing it though, as someone who just moved here for like a sacred festival. It's definitely probably not pushed by like Mion as the next head of the Sonozaki and Rika for the older people, so interesting. It's supposed to be the biggest event in the village and most of the people living here gathered together for it. Since this is a major event, they always organize a committee to plan out the festival a few months in advance. The festival is only 2 weeks away and I just moved to this village. But now they want me to join the committee.
だいたいよ、俺実行委員の仕事なんて知らないから何の役にも立てないぜ。
実行委員なんて堅苦しいのは肩書きだけだよ。ケイちゃんに満場一致でお願いしたい役はね、ズバリ叩き売りオークションの司会なんだよ。
That's a new one.
なんだよそれ。バナナでも売らされるのか？
Bananas.
そこは先生から説明します。
Let's hear this. The Watanashi auction.
新しい試みとしてオークション風に寄付品の叩き売りをやろうということになったのです。
Are we gonna get a painting from Keiichi's dad? I feel like that's a good opportunity to flex his skills.
そこは複雑な事情があってね。町会で寄付品を集めて、それを商品にしてのみんなで参加できる何かをやりたいんだけど、過去の役員会でいろいろ大人の事情があって、福引き抽選以外の方法で商品を分配したいってことになったんだよ。
They did have a lottery, right?
早い話が、
Still weird to hear Shion. But I don't hate it. I do feel like it might be a Shion turns into a killer though, so I don't know how I feel about that, but the fact that she's chilling with the gang might mean that she won't. I mean, one of their goals is to not have someone turn into a killer, so having everyone in close proximity might be a good thing.
ばあさんって自分でトラブっときながらよく後悔してますよね。まあね。まあそんなわけで福引き以外のイベントで何か楽しく商品を山分けできないかって話になったわけよ。それで出た案が寄付品の叩き売りオークションってわけ。
Gotta say, I like Shion's school outfit better than Mion's. You know, just in a shot by shot comparison. Maybe it's just because it's new though. New sprite gives a little bit of extra value to the mind, you know. I've never been to an auction. I don't really have that much money to go for, but it sounds like a fun time. I don't know what I'd buy at an auction. I do like having random stuff to decorate the room though. So, I don't know. Hmm.
しかも寄付品だから元手はただ。実行委員会もなかなかお金儲けがお上手ですわね。
I'm sure there won't be any super big items in the Watanashi auction, so yeah, I don't know. I'd like some nice decoration pieces. Beer fund. What? Winter getaway trip? New lore? I mean, we never see winter, so. She's a wine drinker. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like wine for dinner, but I don't really drink it. The only people I know who drink wine at like parties are like women. Like instead of taking like beer or shots, they just drink like wine. I think it's a trendy thing. You don't think about it, but like, Even in younger people parties, I see women drinking wine. It's interesting. I respect it though. I'm more of a beer guy myself though. Get me a steam whistle and I'm good, but I can drink anything. Bam, bam, bam. Honestly, Keiichi would be pretty good at an auction. He's already displayed his prowess in hyping stuff up in Minagoroshi with the festival challenge thing. Yeah, so this is a good move if this is by Rika. But I really think one of the keys to win this is to stick with Tomotaki like a turtle. Don't let anyone get near him. And I feel like it's almost in the bag at that point if he can live. For messing with the Minagoroshi this much. Bam, bam, bam.
なんで俺がそんなリスキーな条件を引き受けなければならない
What's
ん
the
だ。
benefit?
そもそも俺は依頼されてる立場だってことを忘れるなよ。俺はこう見えてもスケジュール多忙で忙しいんだぜ。
Bam, 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 bam. I love that drop. That drop is so good in the song. It's a good song. What surprise?
どうよケイちゃん。もし何かご褒美がないといけないってんなら、内容と条件次第では考えてもいいよ。私もケイちゃんを推薦した以上、何としても引き受けてもらいたいと思ってるからね。最大限配慮するよ。
ほう、太っ腹じゃねえか。さーて、何がいいかね。
罰ゲームを何にするかというのはよくあるけど、ご褒美は何がいいってのは初めてかもしれないね。
I guess maybe a reward doesn't mean a punishment for someone else.
言われてみればそうですわね。私たちってつくづく過酷な状況で戦ってますのね。
Rena is right. The whole purpose of our club activities is to escape the punishment we come up with. Even if we win, we never get a prize or a reward for it.
めったにない美味しい話にケイチが困っていますのです。みーちゃんの方で何か提案できないのよ。何でもいいよって言われたらかえって思いつかないよね。
Don't worry, Keiichi. I feel you when someone's like, "Hey, what do you want for Christmas or something?" Or some. I'm just like, I don't know. I'll tell you like later, and then I just never tell, and then I just get something random. It's rough, dude. I understand this struggle, the mental struggle.
じゃあこんなとこでどう？エンジェルモートのデザートフェスタの入場券とか。
Good tack. So it's a nice time there.
おねえ、ケチくさいこと言わないで、どーんと3年分くらいプレゼントしちゃえばいいじゃないですか。
3 years.
あら。
Insane.
それは豪華ではございませんの。
確かデザートフェスタのチケットってものすごい購買率で闇取引もされてるんだ。
Dude, imagine free desserts. Wait, is it like, I mean, if it means free desserts for like a 3-year thing, that's kind of insane. But if she just means like 3, because there's only one fiesta a year, so it's just 3 fiesta, which is still insane, dude. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
そんなの3年分なんて本当にいいのかよ。
もちろん成功報酬だよ。
Of course she can.
盛り上げてくれないとダメだからね。
If anyone, she could.
大丈夫だ
You
よ。
got this, Keiichi. I believe in you.
ケイチくんならきっと大盛り上がりになる。それについては私も同感です。というか、どんなめちゃくちゃな売り
Me too. I'm wondering if they're gonna. I'm sure they're gonna make it very comedic. I'm excited to see what items are there. Like I just some things I'm thinking about. Some master curry by Chia, a painting by Keiichi's father. Irie, I don't know, something weird with Irie. I don't know. Good stuff. Some weird stuff with Takano. Colonel Randy from Rena. No, she wouldn't give that up, but good stuff on its way.
たとえタコの入ってないたこ焼きであっても行列させてしまいそうですものね。
Good.
おいおい
Good
さ
reference.
すがにタコなしたこ焼きは無理だろ。
That was a scene,
い
huh?
や、ケイちゃんなら見事売りかねないね。
I forgot what he said, but I remember him doing that.
うんうん。小麦粉の味が素朴でヘルシーとか言いそう。
お前ら俺をおだててるのかバカにしてるのか微妙だぞ。
Bum, 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 bum.
どうですか、前原くん。
Oh yeah.
先生もあなたならきっとうまく盛り上げてくれると思います。
Chia Sensei was also on the committee. She must have backed up Mion's suggestion when she brought up my name at their last meeting.
僕もケイイチの口先マジックが見たいのですよ。
Yep, I mean, we know that. There's more to that from Rika. You're our lifeline, Keiichi. Miracle
バナナの
Maker.
叩き売りだってさ、その売り工場の切符の良さに感服して買わせるわけだしね。
Semi-true. I think the items are also important,
前
but
原ケイイチ
I
ワン
agree.
マンショーでございましたよ。楽しそうですわね。
おいおい俺はまだ引き受けると言った覚えはないぞ。
You know, I said we won't have time for fun and games this arc. You might have a bit of time, which is good.
大丈夫だよ。
Give me the
ケイイチ
fun.
君ならできるよ。
Did we even have fun and games last arc? I feel like we didn't, but we might have. I mean, we had the water gun fight.
チェレナメ
That was fun.
他人事だと思って気楽に言いやがって。
もうそんなつもりじゃないのに。
The principal suddenly opened his mouth. He was in here?
どうかね、前原君。
I didn't even know that.
わしも君ならやれると思うぞ。
Everyone's believing in him.
男なら一つ、みんなの期待に応えてみんか。
Give him the man talk. If I had to, I'm sure I could do it. Mian has made me do so many different things for the club, and I've learned a lot from that. Besides, this would be the first time I could get a reward without having to worry about punishment. It should be fun too. This was the first time so many people were counting on me like this. To be honest, it made me pretty happy. Still, I was worried about getting dragged into something that required a lot of work. I couldn't erase that thought from my mind. But I was in Hinamizawa. The people in this village would never do anything to betray me. I mean, semi-true. Most people are good people, I guess. Kind of. They're just very... I don't know. I mean, I don't know the situation. I like the optimism, though. And it's since Rita's the one steering the story, it doesn't even matter if Keiichi's a little naive. They genuinely believe that it would do a lot to liven up the festival if I became the host of their auction. I've only been here for a short period of time, but I know that people here are honest and kind. Bam, 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 bam,
俺
bam.
も男だぜ。
I respect that. I could never do this, by the way. I am, in public. I'm much more talkable online as I'm talking right now than in public. I'd probably just die if I had to step on a stage and host something.
そこまで言われちゃ引き受けないわけにはいかないな。
Definitely something I respect from Keiichi.
見
Nice.
てろよ。俺がやるからには。
Back to
どこ
the
どこ盛り上げてやる
Paris music.
エンジェルモートのチケットを忘れるなよ。3年どころか10年分くらい申請したくなるくらいに盛り上げてやるぜ。
It's good eats.
よく言ってくれたケイちゃん。
Everyone gave me a round of applause. How many times had this happened in my life? Not once. This was the first time I've ever been applauded. Like a real applause, not a good job on your school project. Clap, clap, clap. There are a lot of old people in the village committee. I'm a young guy who only just moved here. I've known for a while that Mion has a lot of influence locally, but I couldn't believe that everyone in the committee would accept it like that. You have Mion, you have Rika, and you have Chia pushing you. What more could you need?
まあ基本的には頭の固い年寄り連中ばっかりですけどね。時代も徐々に変わり始めてるってことです。ひなみ沢もダム戦争に打ち勝って、これからは新しい時代を築き、どんどん栄えさせていかなくちゃならない。だから若者歓迎、よそ者飛び入り大歓迎って風にどんどん意識改革をしていかなくちゃならないんだよ。
圭一は若くてよそ者で、しかも受けがいいので、まさにぴったりなのですよ。
Or maybe people really do trust Keiichi more than I'm giving him credit for, which is also good. Either way is good.
受けがいいね。
Nonetheless.
どうして俺の知名度がそんなに高いのか不思議でならねえぜ。
多分みーちゃんの罰ゲームと密接な関係があると思うかな。
That could be it.
かな。
やっぱりそれか
Haha. Get in there.
じゃあこれで決まりですね。先生の方から今夜前原くんのご両親に電話でお話ししますので、一応前原くんの方からもご両親にこの度の件を話しておいてください。
I think every year Keiichi's parents don't go to the Watanadoshi. I mean, if Keiichi's hosting it, then they gotta go. Maybe that's the real factor. Keiichi's parents going to the Watanadoshi festival. Rika is saved. The missing link. I'm sure my parents will have no problem with it. They won't have any objections to raise, at least. They might ask me why my name was brought up, though. Chia-sensei and the principal went back to the teacher's office after the discussion ended. We were in the middle of lunch break at the moment. Chia-sensei and the principal had come along together. And Mion scared me by saying that they all had something to talk to me about. My stomach wasn't digesting my lunch particularly well. Tomita.
聞いてましたよ。すごいじゃないですか。
Thanks, buddy. Okamura.
町会から
The
推薦を
pair.
受けるなんてすごい名誉ですよ。
おう、富田君に岡村君か。そんな名誉なら君らに譲ってもいいぞ。
That'd be interesting too.
前原さんじゃなくちゃ務まらないです。
Be weird. I realized the whole class was talking about me. They were saying how fun Watanadoshi was going to be and how high their expectations were for it. I might have taken on a huge responsibility. I needed to do my best to succeed at it.
そうだそうだ、忘れてた。うちのバッチャがね、いっぱいおはぎを作ったんだよ。
You
学
don't
校のみんな
trust
にも
that?
食べてもらえって持ってこさせられたんだっけ。
It's the taste test, dude. Will it have the needle? Mia clapped her hands as she remembered and took a box out of her bag. She opened the lid, letting us see a bunch of ohagi neatly packed inside. Gotta thread the needle, literally.
クラス全員に食べていただけそうなくらいありますわよ。
Cute.
かわいい。美味しそう。
バッチャはおはぎを作るのが大好きなんですよ。どういうわけか。
総平が大好きだったのですよ。
Who's Sohei?
あ
Who?
あ、じっちゃが好
Oh,
きだ
the
ったらしいね。
grandfather. Oh yeah, we got the hint about the granddaughter. I didn't really think about that much. I don't know.
山盛り食べたらしいよ。
Tough stuff.
じゃあみーちゃんのおばあちゃんにとってはおはぎは亡くなったおじいちゃんを思い出す大切なものなんだね。
そうなの？じっちゃが好きなのって缶詰だと思ってました。
You can like canned food in Ohagi.
シオンは缶詰がダメなんだよね。
Hey, remember the time Shion told us a lie about Hinamizawa canning human beings? That's a great meme when they revealed that wasn't true. I was shocked, honestly, because you can definitely see that being true, but good stuff.
あ、そうなの？
I mean, for me, I don't mind canned food. I don't think canned food is like ever better than non-canned food, but you know, put it on your shelf, it'll last a while. Though I think now the trend for long-lasting food is like the dried up stuff you can get. Those like instant meals you just add water with or something. But yeah.
どうして？
缶詰臭と言いますか、あの独特の鉄臭さがどうも苦手で。
あら、人に嫌がるかぼちゃを無理やり食べさせて好き嫌いはいけないとか言ってる人が随分な話でございますのね。
Forcing her to eat her squash. Are we in a world? Are we in the world where Shion and Satoko are buddy buddies, and there's no grudges, like they showed in the end of Maitashi? Because that's extra. Dude, this is the blessed world. Everyone has some good mental going on. I feel like this is, we could hit the jackpot to be try-harding to stop the mastermind.
実はね。
Yo,
ちょっとね。
look at that Shion face. Have you seen that before? Probably. Feel like it's a little rare though. I guess we don't see Shion sprayed a lot.
人が嫌がることを言うなんて最低ですよ。
Actually, we do. We do see it quite a bit, but it's a rare Shion face.
なんだかわからんが、ミオンが
Guess we
珍しく
should.
握ったシオンの弱みら
Never
しい。
know. Might need a thumbnail. Unless we get blessed with another CG. It's a pretty good thumbnail.
面白いから
Around
普段の恨
33
みを晴らせ。
minutes. Keep that mental note.
ほれほれ。
The reason why Shion doesn't like canned food must have been something pretty funny. The two sisters battled for a while. It's because of Kasai, right? Telling the lie. The machine gun neat kits me on launch from close quarters weren't bad, but I don't think she expected Shion to land a capture suplex off it. How does that even work? So she caught the knee? Or did she just grab her after the knee and suplex her? That's some high level fighting. Guess Shion is the stronger of the two siblings.
お姉に言われるくらいなら自分で言います。ですね。葛西っていうたちの悪い親父がい
Don't
ました
diss my boy. My lanky boy.
そいつがですね、純粋無垢だった幼い私にですね。
When I was still young and innocent. Add the innocent part.
たまに人間の肉が混じっているとか、とんでもないことを吹き込みやがったせいなんで
It's a
す。
scary thought.
都市伝説
I
に
think
たまに
that's
そう
a
いうの
rare
がある
Shion
ね。
face too. This is gonna be a rare sprite episode, huh? We got the new Takino sprite last time. We're getting some new Shion sprites this time.
あるある。
We'll take what we can get. Put that in your photographic memory of sprites.
俺たちのとこでも牛丼の肉は実は犬の肉だとか、ハンバーガーにはミミズの肉が混じってるとか聞いたことあるぜ。
話がありま
The
すの。
Satoko face. That's a possible thumbnail. BRB. Look at that. I love Satoko's straight face because it also looks like she's about to mess someone up with those fists.
そんなの聞いてしまったら、もう牛丼もハンバーガーも食べられなくなりますわね。
I've never had a beef bowl. You'd be surprised. I probably should have tried one since I've been to Japan like twice. Maybe I'll put that on my bucket list of cheap Japanese food to eat. I passed by a lot of them.
私はトラウマを負わされた犠牲者なんです。
I do like this Shion's face better than like I don't know how to describe it, like embarrassed face more than Mion's a bit. I don't know, it just works
同情はしま
differently.
すけど、かぼちゃフルコースの恨みと相殺するにはまだだいぶ足りませんわね。
Squash is good, though I don't There's something called squash noodles that are kind of a hit right now as a replacement for spaghetti. I have some family members that like cooking them. I don't respect them, dude. Don't replace spaghetti, one of the best pastas in the world, with squash. But otherwise, squash is good as a side dish, baked or grilled.
さとこは根に持ちすぎなのですよ。僕は美味しくてペロリだったのです。
なんだかよ、そんな話をしてるとさ、このミオンのおはぎにも何か妙なものが混じってそうな気がしてくるよな。
Like a needle?
ほう。確かにこの私が持ってきたおはぎだもんね。
Bro. I just already answered that. I always thought like there was something like hot sauce in them, and I'm pretty sure they just answered that in Sumi Horoboshi. I think during Keiichi's weird flashback of an event he didn't witness. Like he just like during the that's the one thing for Anitatashi, because I wasn't too big on the misunderstanding theory, except for the mochi or the ohagi. I always just call it mochi, even though mochi is just the general term for like the rice without the bean filling. But yeah,
中に何の細工もないってのは確かに不用心だよね。
maybe this will confirm what its actually is without again Keiichi's weird flashback. Ohagi that Mion brought. When you consider that, it's only natural to suspect that she probably did something to them. What's going on? I felt like I was forgetting something. Yo, no way. Is Keiichi gonna pull a miracle again? Then, yo, the mastermind's doomed if that happens. But I didn't remember anything that I was forgetting. It was like one of those deja vu moments. I've never been in this situation, but my mind was telling me that I've been there before. Well, there's your miracle, Rika. It's probably gonna happen.
どうしたのですか、ケイチ。
いや、なんでもないよ。前にもミオンにおはぎをもらったことがあったような気がしたんだけど。
It's good tech. We're getting our pieces up there, huh?
これが初めてだよな。
そうなの？みーちゃん。
いや、これが初めてだと思うな。何かの勘違いじゃない？
私の記憶でもミオンさんが学校におはぎを持ってきたのは今年はこれが初めてのはずでしたよ。
I trust you, Satoko. The best memory.
ははん、わかった。おじさんが持ってきたおはぎだもんだから何か罠があると思って警戒してるんでしょう。そこは威張るとこじゃなくて日頃のお姉の底を反省すべきとこだと思いますけど。
そうだよな。同じおはぎでもレナとかが作ったおはぎなら絶対そんな風には思わない。レナっておはぎ作るの何気に上手なんだよな。小さいけど丁寧で。
なんて作ったことないよ。
Weird. What? What was I saying? Why did I say that Rena had made Ohagi before? Why would I know that Rena made her Ohagi small but neatly? I had no idea where that memory was coming from. I could only assume it was an error in my brain. Mion was saying that this was her first time bringing Ohagi to class. As I tilted my head in confusion, everyone started reaching inside the box. Rena took out one for me and put it on the lid. I stared at it closely. What was I so concerned about? Mion said that I was probably concerned that she did something to the Ohagi, but it wasn't quite that. I really didn't know how to explain it. I felt like I was forgetting something important. I'd forgotten something important, and all I had to do was the obligation to remember it. In front of me was nothing but a single Ohagi that came from Mion's house. I was frustrated, but I really couldn't think of anything. It's the start of a miracle. This just shows that he has the ability to remember, so that's really good for Team Rika. There's no way I could remember it, because I didn't know anything.
ケイイチ、さっきからおはぎをじっと見てどうしましたのですか？
いや、デジャブだっけ？ほら、たまにないか？初めて見るものなのにさ、過去にすでに見ていたように感じるときって。
ケイイチは過去にもミオンにおはぎをもらったように感じるのですか？
でも気のせいだよな。ミオン自身そんなことは覚えがないって言ってるしさ。
ケイイチ、ありもしない記憶なんてありませんです。もしケイイチが覚えているのなら、それは本当にあった
Keiichi's
ことな
really
のです
becoming
よ。
omnidimensional. The time has come. True power. Rita-chan told me something strange. I didn't usually take her random comments seriously, but ever since I saw her making those predictions in the toy store, I've been curious about her special powers. I felt like she was telling me something deep.
大予言のリカちゃまが言うと、なんだか不思議な感じがしてくるな。それってつまり輪廻転生とかそういう話なんだろ？
僕は宗教のことはよくわかりませんです。ただ僕が言いたいのは、ケイイチが知っていることならそれはあったことなのです。だからそれを思い出してほしい。気のせいだと片付けないで記憶としてほしい。僕が何を言っているのかわかりますですか？
I was a little surprised by how serious she sounded. I always thought that Rika was just an innocent girl who fooled around all the time saying things like meep and nipa. But all of a sudden, she seemed like a totally different girl. Was I supposed to take it as a joke? The serious look on her face told me it wasn't time for jokes, though.
リカちゃんがそう言うなら、じゃあ俺は別の世界とかでミオンにおはぎをもらったことがあるんだろうな。
バカにしませんから全部話してください。どこでどうしてなぜミーにおはぎをもらうのですか？
いつどこでどうしてなんて具体的に聞かれれば聞かれるほど寝ぼけてみた夢なのかもしれないな。
夢でもいいのです。もっと覚えてるはずなのです。話してください。
What was up with her? She seemed so curious about it. I didn't think the story was that interesting. Her asking so much started making me feel uncomfortable. Still, something told me that I needed to talk to Rika-chan about everything I could. Maybe she could predict my future by reading my dreams. I should tell her everything. After all, she's the shrine maiden for Oyashiro-sama.
俺は多分学校を休んだんだよ。
Ooh.
風邪なんだと思う。
Remembers. My memory is scattered all over my brain like powder. I could see myself standing in front of the door. Mion was there and someone else was standing there too. I think it was Rena.
それでミオンのやつお見舞いのおはぎだって言って持ってくるんだよ。今日言ってるのと同じでおばあちゃんが作ったって言ってた気がする。
それで
うん。それでそのおはぎを食べるんだよ。二人を返した後に。それでさ、おはぎの中から。
Ah, so it's not the honor Kakashi one, maybe. It's remembering a good version of it where it's not paranoid.
ここから先は間違いない。漫画の受け売りだよ。多分昔読んだ漫画のエピソードと記憶が混同してるんだ。そんなことがあるわけない。
圭一、話を続けるのです。おはぎを食べて中から。
ああ、いや、俺が小学校の頃に読んだ怖い漫画にさ、
Oh,
ハンバーグの中に
okay,
サイコ
maybe
パスが混ぜられているっていう話があったんだよ。
maybe it's not a good version.
シオンもさっき言ってたろ。小さい頃に怖がらされるとトラウマになって残るっていうやつだよ。
I didn't remember much about that comic. I think it was about this girl who had an accident and held a grudge against the person who caused the injury on her face. It was a real cheap plot now that I think about it. But ever since I was a little kid, that comic really scared me. In one chapter, the girl casts a curse on the guy's food. He eats a burger with sewing needles inside of it and he goes, yeah, something like that. It so freaked me out. The image was so grotesque and shocking to me. That grew into a kind of trauma, and for a while I searched for the sewing needles in my food every time I ate something. I couldn't eat burgers for a while for that reason. But my parents got concerned and my hunger overcame the trauma. Eventually that experience disappeared into the flow of time.
今でもさ、ちょっとでも怪しいシチュエーションがあると針が混じってるかもしれないなって考えちゃうんだよ。
So he had a deep trauma of sewing needles, and that's why it was like the first thing that popped into his head for the mochi. Made sense.
もちろんちょっと考えるだけだぜ。みんなの弁当をつっつくときいちいち中身を改めてたら失礼だもんな。針を混ぜるなんて危ないいたずらなんて絶対するわけがないって思うから、そんなくだらないトラウマなんか気にしないで食べてるんだよ。
でも今でもちょっと怖いのですね。
未だに忘れられないってことは今でも心の中にはちょっと残ってるのかもな。
ではそのミーのおはぎからは出てきたのですね。裁縫針が。
ああ、出てきた。
Inside that ohagi, there's a needle, just as I feared. Why was I telling her about something that was just my imagination? Mian and Rena came to see me when I took a day off from school while I was sick. That never happened, so obviously my brain was just making it up. But I spoke to Rika-chan, because she said she wouldn't make fun of me.
圭一は目の前にあるこのおはぎにも針が混じっているように感じて怖いですか？だからさっきから手をつけられない。
I realized that that's a new one. Mian and Rena were also looking at me. They were wondering why I was staring at the ohagi without eating it.
あ、ケイちゃん、おはぎ嫌いだった？嫌いだったなら無理しなくても。
Mian was assuming that I didn't like ohagi. She felt bad for forcing me to eat something I didn't like. In turn, I felt guilty seeing the sad expression on her face.
お姉のおはぎなんで中に何か妙なものが仕込まれてるって疑ってるんですよ。
I immediately denied Shion's remark. No one else would understand what I'm saying. Even I didn't know.
いや、はっきり断言できるぜ。ここにあるミオンのおはぎには針なんて絶対に入っていね
ハリー？そんなのなんでおじさんが入れるわけ？
当たり前だよな。ミオンは確かにおとなしくお見舞いを持ってくるようなやつじゃない。タバスコを入れるとかそういう冗談はやるかもしれないが、間違って
Tabasco
も針なんて
sauce.
混ぜない。
Hot take, I don't like Tabasco sauce. I think it's a low tier spicy sauce, dude. I'm more of a sriracha slash anything but Tabasco kind of guy.
シャレになることとならないことのけじめははっきりつけてる。だからそんなことは絶対にありえない。
I grabbed the ohagi with my hand. As I brought it in front of my mouth, I felt the need to check it just in case. But I told myself clearly, hey you wimp, when are you gonna stop being scared of that stupid comic book? Mian brought these ohagi to treat everyone in class. There's no way she put needles inside of these. I forced that stupid memory out of my brain and munched on that ohagi.
うめえじゃねえかよ。
Good stuff. I'm a fan of ohagi. I wouldn't go out and buy it unless I'm like in Japan or anything, but you know, always happy to eat it. Pick it up as if someone gives it as a gift or something, but I don't think I would buy it. Maybe when I was younger, kind of had a lot of it, so. But it's good stuff. Good once in a while.
針なんか入ってなかったでしょ？
そりゃそうだよな。本当にすまん。自分でもくだらないトラウマにずっと縛られてたって呆れるぜ。
My heart stopped pounding and I felt relieved. The next moment I got the urge to say something to Mion. It wasn't the right thing to say, but I just felt like I had to say it.
おい、ミオ。
何？
おはぎうまかったぜ。
大きなカバンを担いできた甲斐があったよ。
I didn't know why I wanted to tell her again that the ohagi was delicious, but I was glad I said that to her. I was finally released from that odd feeling.
さあさあ、さとこもけいちゃんを見習ってかぼちゃをガブリといきましょ
Oh no.
う。よく煮込んでありますから柔らかいですよ。シオンさんのお弁当は何を食べてもかぼちゃが出てくるんですもの。私がトラウマになりましたよ。
Good one.
しーちゃんはさとこちゃんのかぼちゃ嫌いを直すのに頑張ってるんだね。
シオンも熱心だよね。まったく将来の妹のつもりなのかね。
It's a rare Shion. Shion that likes the Toko, huh? By the time I finished eating my ohagi, we returned to our usual fun lunchtime.
ケイチ、もしもですよ。
うん。もしもなんだよ。
本当に食べ物から裁縫針が出てきたらどうしますか？
そんなことあるわけないね。リカちゃん、脅そうって無駄だぜ。
ケイチ、それでも出てくることがもしもあったなら。
Rita-chan looked at me with a serious face as I joked around. What's gotten into her lately?
しつこいぜ。そんなことは絶対ありえないし、信じない。
I had just overcome my stupid trauma after all that. That's why I made that firm statement.
わかりましたです。ケイチ、しつこくてごめんなさいなのです。もしも針が出てきたら、それはきっとケイチの勘違いなのですよ。ミーが混ぜたなんて絶対に思わないであげてくださいなのです。
ミオンを疑うなってことなんだろ。
Oh yeah, because that's one of the moments that boosted Keiichi's paranoia. So Rita's kind of gauging him if Keiichi's, like, if this Keiichi would go on the paranoia rampage. I guess that's a good idea. Gauge the potential culprits, and if you find one that's kind of on edge, then work on him. Keiichi's obviously cleared for this arc. I think a happy Shion is cleared. Serena's really the only option.
ああ当然だぜ
But even she seems fine, but Rena's a little harder to read, I
俺は
guess,
絶対に仲間を
for the
疑わな
other
いぞ
people. I raised my fist in the air. Rika-chan finally looked happy. She smiled as if she was relieved by my words. And that's gonna wrap it up. 55 minutes. I mean, it's kind of a long episode, but like, feels pretty short compared to the last one. We're gonna take a breather there, though. This was a fun episode. This was like a, you know, started off fun, got a little more serious near the ending. Felt like a very casual episode. We took a little bit of a side road and talked about some off-topic stuff, but it worked out. Where are we going? We're practicing for the auction. You don't have to see that next week, though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this first week of Higurashi. It's good to be back. And next week we'll have even more fun. I'm sure we have a couple more chapters to go before it gets too serious. You know, Rika still needs to lay the groundwork, so there's gonna be some serious bits here and there, but like nothing too crazy hopefully yet. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Almost midnight, need to take a shower. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a great day and see you soon. Bye.